Now, before we start, now this is HBO's edited promo version of the events last night. Now, you know, I rarely get to take Saturdays off, so I set my alarm for 9. I took a nap like around 8 or so. I set my alarm. No, I took a nap around 8. I set my alarm for 10, and basically I overslept everything. That's why I didn't do a video last night. But I'm kind of glad I didn't because I got more chance to research some shit. Now, some crazy shit went down last night where, after careful examination, I think this dude is a no good flip-flopper. We're going to watch it in some slow motion, but in the meantime, here's the HBO version of what went down. We're going to talk about the real shit. TstreeT Controversy Live. Now, it looked like they was throwing that shit down, right? Looks like it was some, you know, fight of the year type candidate. Wrong. Now, we got to go back. Where was it at? 136.40. We got to go back and watch this. Now, first, it was this. I feel bad because during the week, I was talking all this shit. I'm like, man, motherfucking Tewa Kiram, he gonna come over here to titanium chin. He gonna fuck motherfucking Lucas Matthysse up. I'm telling people this shit. I'm like, yo, dude's the biggest welterweight I've ever seen. You know, he's got that solid, stiff jab. He's got those 28 KOs. And he come over here and pull this crap. You know, this is something that happened that they pointed out. Where is it at? We're gonna go right here, right? Is it right here? Where... Where I gotta zoom in on this. I gotta zoom in on this. And I'm talking about I gotta get like a photo and zoom in and see what the fuck is that. So the California State Athletic Commission. Okay, well let me shut the fuck up and let's listen. I'm gonna go back like right here. Damn it, this thing is janky. All right, the sweet spot.
Let's take a look at something very interesting that happened in the last between rounds period. Not in this between rounds period. There's a representative of the California State Commission. He goes to Kiram's corner and takes a little jar away from Kiram. Shows it to Raul Cais, and Cais smells it. I am told that that jar has now been taken to another room here in the building where the...
So look, you see this guy right here? What the fuck is that? What? Maybe it's a Mrs. Dash. They said it was like herbs or some shit. I'm sorry.
California State Athletic Commission is going to try to determine
he put his whole...
it is.
He's going to town. Look how he just throws those schnoz in there. Oh, man, I want to know what that is. Now, the people, we want answers.
Happened in the last between rounds period, not in this between.
And this dude like, yo, man, come here, man. What the fuck is this shit right here?
Rounds period.
Look,
There's
okay.
a representative of the California State Commission. He goes to Kiram's corner and takes a little jar away from Kiram.
Now watch how Kiram just throw his whole schnoz in there.
I am told that
look, now watch, dude's getting it out, right? And he's just gonna start going to town.
Jar has now been taken to another room here in the building where the California State Athletic Commission is going to try to determine what it is.
Whoa, slow, whoa!
They have
Whoa!
That it's
What the fuck? Whoa! Whoa, now listen, this is my... Now, I told you I was asleep last night. Man, I don't know if I would have picked this up last night. What was that? And then this guy right here pulling his hair. I want to know what that shit is now. We the people demand answers. My God, but listen. We are going to talk about Matthysse, winning the WBA title, which really don't mean nothing because you can't unify it. We are going to talk about the 147-pound division, but this is an interesting. And then that's probably why he got. What the fuck? Maybe he took too much. That's probably why he had that delayed reaction. One more time. We got to watch this one more time. This is hilarious. This is gold. 136.43 right here. Now, I want you to look at all this activity. Damn it. Look at all this activity that's going on between, like, the guy rubbing his hair, the fucking trainer pulling that shit out of his fucking kangaroo pouch. And then you see Tewa Kiram put his whole nose in there, and then he puts his glove. What the fuck? I never seen no shit like this before.
Let's take a look at something very interesting that happened in the last between rounds period, not in this between rounds period. There's a representative of the California State Commission.
And look, he's gathering him like, okay, this is the California. Both of them are from the California State Athletic Commission. So this guy must have been like looking in and like, yo, what the fuck was going on? He probably saw the same shit, and he was like, wait a minute, give me that shit. And he went and called his colleague. His colleague, this guy right here, is like, yo, I ain't never seen no shit like that before, bruh. And then he goes to smell it.
Goes to Kiram's corner and takes a little jar away from Kiram.
Did he say what the fuck?
Shows it to Raul Kais, and Kais smells it.
But whatever it is, he loves it. I want some.
I am told that jar has now been taken
Look,
to
I start
another
going to town.
room here in the building where the California State Athletic Commission is going to try to determine what it is. And they have been told that it's an herbal substance, and there you saw Kiram using it, sniffing from the jar, and now the California State Athletic Commission is in.
So he was ravenous. So the guy was looking, the State Athletic Commission guy was looking and was like, yo, what the fuck you going crazy with it? Give me that shit. And then the fast forward, where's it at? Oh, that's Sarah Jessica Parker. My bad. I recorded. Damn, I went too far ahead. My bad. But it's hold on. I didn't timestamp it. It's my fault. He did. See, here's the thing. All right, here we go. People think he flopped, and I kind of think he flopped too, because he threw a punch and then fell. Maybe it was that shit he put in his nose. I don't know. There's mixed opinions.
The knockdown punch. There's knockdown number one. And it was clear the left hand did most of the damage there.
Yeah, the left hand did most of the damage there. But here, the left hand did a little bit of damage.
Still knockdown one.
Yeah, okay, yes. Knockdown one.
Now, at this point in time, if you watch this live, I can't go back, because I didn't timestamp it. But if you watch this, it looks like he wanted this to be the dive first. Like that first knockdown, it looked like he wanted that to be the dive first. And then he looked, he's like, no, it's too soon. And then he hopped up real quick.
Put him down.
And now let's see if knockdown two was with the right or the left. I said right, and it's the left.
The left again. And he's still up here, then he just goes after the right hand. That's not a knock.
Look, that's why I thought it was the right hand.
Yeah,
sometimes there's delayed reaction knockdown. That is the biggest delay I have ever seen.
Exactly.
I've never seen a delay that long. It was so delayed that it's reasonable to question.
Left hook. Let's see if he can finish him now and put an end to what has been a dreadful fight.
It's about to go down now. I hope they don't mess with me, man. Let me do this right now.
Not dreadful right now. They're throwing bombs.
Oh, Kiram has decided to stand and hold his ground and fire back rather than running or holding. And now Matthysse gets.
Now watch. Now look at him. Look at him. Now pay attention. Pay attention. Because this is the last time I'm going to play this. Pay attention.
For the right hand.
That was a phantom right hand. That was a phantom right hand.
And now this is over. Raul Kais has stopped the fight, and officials are rolling into the ring as Lucas Matthysse sits atop the corner post and celebrates a knockout win.
I mean, Matthysse do got power. Matthysse do got power, though. You know? He did go to the hospital, but that's just customary. When fighters get knocked out, even if you flop or not, you go to the hospital. You know, and I've seen situations where I thought fighters were flopping, and they weren't flopping. They were really hurt, you know? Pritchard Cologne. So it's a touchy, thin line, but I do want to know what was that shit that he was putting in his nose. He liked it too much. That right there, if you're on the board of the California State Athletic Commission and you just see that little 30-second clip right there, I'm gonna be like, yo, whatever that shit is, he loves it. What is that? It must help him in some type of way. The way he just, started going crazy when he saw it, It's unacceptable. Anyway, let's go look at the rankings. I'm gonna change this. He is now, meaning why is this so far over? Did I cut this? What did I do? Let's go here. Here's a 147-pound division. And the question we're going to ask is, how does Lucas Matthysse rank against these guys? Excuse me. Can he beat a Keith Thurman? Can he beat a Errol Spence? Hell, how do you feel about him versus Jeff Horn? Him and Terrence Crawford was close to happening, before, but Lucas Matthysse had lost to Victor Postol. Can he beat Danny Garcia again? I mean, if he fight Danny Garcia, could he beat Danny Garcia? In the rematch. Can he beat a Sean Porter? There's a big question mark around Lucas Matthysse, but if you don't know, the WBA has 2 belts. He's the WBA World Champion. So, yes, this is his first championship at 147 pounds, but that WBA World title was not considered a real title because you can't unify it. I'm done with that WBA World title. You can't unify it. It's just to say you are a champion, but it really don't mean shit. It shouldn't even be around, and that's the truth. But you can say he's a champion. It is accepted as a championship. But the WBA champion is Keith Thurman, and he's got that underling belt. It's the same reason why Badu Jack beating up Nathan Cleverly had to drop his belt to be able to fight Adonis Stevenson, because you can't unify that title because the WBA Super World Champion is Dimitri Bivol. And it's been, I can go on and on and on and explain this WBA World situation. For example, you have Anthony Joshua, who's the IBF in the WBA Super World. You have Manuel Char, who has the same belt that Lucas Matthysse has. So do you consider that, him to be a champion? Depends on how you look at it. So I'm just disappointed in this Tewa Kiram guy with his 38 wins and his 28 KOs coming over here doing that flippity-floppity shit. And whatever that shit was, he was putting up his schnoz. We the people, we deserve to know. And I understand, it's probably some herbal shit from where they from or whatever, no disrespect. But that shit not legal. It's certainly I guess one of them situations where they said, well, shit, it's not on the list. So even if that shit is probably, nobody don't know what it is, it's not on the list, so it's not banned. So I'm glad they did catch it, because I didn't like how he put it. Just was crazy looking. I'm looking at it, and I didn't see it like that last night. It wasn't until I started doing this video, and I was like, wait a minute. Something is really not right. He's going crazy. He put his whole, and then he had to get like some brace on the dude's arm so he could put his whole schnoz all the way in there. He was like, So, questions remain right now, especially looking at Lucas Matthyse's inactivity. Remember, the Victor Postol fight was in 2015. We're in 2018. He had one fight in 2017 when he returned. A year and a half later, what was they said, like 19 months later or something like that? And then, he's had this fight this year. So he can have 3 fights this year. And also, what happens when he wants to unify or step up the competition? Because from my understanding, it's looking like he's going to be on that route of getting them to believe in him again. He has some questions around his heart, So I see him, his next fight, fighting somebody in the top 15. of the WBA. As you know, you got to fight one of these guys, and they're gonna go from there. So 2018 is gonna be a big year for him, depending on if he stays active or not, and depending on if his heart is still in the game. TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.